This may be the most important news of our lifetime. What you're looking at are leaked images, and it changes everything we know about the ancients and pyramids. The image above is showing what's underneath the middle pyramid of Giza, not the Great Pyramid. The team has discovered 8 wells with spiral tunnels around each one underneath the pyramid. It goes 640 meters into the bedrock of the plateau. To give you a scale of what that is, the Great Pyramid is 146 meters tall. That's 4.5 times the height into the ground. They end at 2 cubes that are 80 meters by 80 meters. We don't know what's in them. That's not all. Inside the pyramid, 5 new chambers, almost exactly like the Great Pyramid's King's Chamber, were discovered. The chambers are arranged in the same way the towers at Angkor Wat are arranged. The King's Chamber in the Great Pyramid is made out of absolutely massive blocks of rose granite from 900 kilometers away in Aswan. The team used that chamber to test the accuracy of their Doppler technology for imaging. That revealed the full internal structure of the Middle Pyramid. New features at Angkor Wat and new pyramids in Guatemala were discovered using non-invasive technologies as well. Why is this one so important? This remains the current explanation for how these were built. Explaining one of these tunnels this way would be insane. They did it 8 times. This level of sophistication is not only beyond their capabilities, it more closely resembles our computer architecture, except they were doing it in 3D. Can't explain those with that anymore. This conference was held 2 days ago. More findings will be released every day, and I will cover each and every one of them. I'll post my thoughts on this.
We finally know what's underneath the pyramids, and these discoveries are groundbreaking. So, Dr. Ramini Demi discovered these cylinder-shaped shafts under the pyramids. This is a more in-detail image of what they suspect and looks like, and instead of using like a robot to see what's down there, he volunteered to go down. He took him a week to reach the bottom, and he was shocked at how perfectly the stairs were built. Like he could not understand how the Egyptians did it, and people had already scanned the pyramids and found what they thought were like the top of these, like, long coils. An old Bible from 1863 even shows 4 pyramids instead of 3. And some explorers from the past have claimed that they found a hidden black pyramid, but no one ever believed them. And in this day and age, a lot of people believe that the pyramids weren't only just tools. They think that they might have been used to create energy, or like power spaceships, or even teleport people. The pyramids also line up with the stars, which makes people wonder if the Egyptians were a lot more advanced than we thought that they were. Or maybe something not even human helps them create these. Now, there is no actual proof to any of this, but it's very fun to think about. What do you believe? Come over here for more freaky.
Let me be crystal clear. Every single dinosaur skeleton you see in a museum is fake. What they show you are casts and models, not real bones. The original bones, the remains of a certain flying beast that's been documented all throughout history, mentioned by every single ancient culture. Yeah, nigga, dragons. The bones from previous resets and catastrophes and whatever other fucking genetic monstrosities the civilization before us created in their eugenics labs.
I sense there's something that is very significant about the western part of the United States. The desert, the Grand Canyon, the rock formations, you think even like Devil's Tower, I think it's in, is that Wyoming?
Wyoming,
There's these different rock formations. Like there's different parts like Arizona, it looks like it's been like a nuclear blast, like more than a nuclear blast. Like what did that, how did the rocks start to look like mushrooms?
And when you get up towards like northern Arizona, like on the way to Utah, there's a bunch of like the structures like you're talking about, like there's barren land, and then it almost looks like ancient towers, like towers or cities that were like,
yeah, like if you look in, crazy thing about like the Grand Canyon is they have like the Temple of Isis, the Tower of Osiris, they have like another temple to Shiva, I think, in there, and it's like they just said some guy just named it that for reasons. Of course. But it kind of does look like there's an entrance to the temple to Isis. Like what is that place? And then you find out it's off limits. Okay, so now you start to get suspicious. Like, all right, okay, well it's dangerous. It's like, well, people go missing in national parks every day, all day, throughout the country.
Right.
So they're real worried they'll go missing in the Grand Canyon for some reason.
Well, did you know that North America has more cave entrances into whatever you want to call that, whether you want to call it Hollow Earth, Middle Earth, whatever. North America has more entrances than any other continent.
All right, guys. I've got about a 6-foot hole dug here, and we've hit rock, but listen to this. It's loud. I mean, it's really loud. Walk on it. That's crazy.
The truth is, they ain't build this shit. Let me show you. First off, do you ever notice every single time you see an old Western movie with them fighting the Indians, right? What is it always about? It is always about the railroad. If you watched any movie, ever just realize it's always about the railroad? Anytime they're trying to show you some settlement, 1800s, you ever just notice they always try and make it about the railroad? Oh, we're working on the railroad. That's a psyop. It's a psyop to get it in your head that they're building the railroad. So you start to think they built the railroad. Take a look at this picture here. What do you see? I guess this is supposed to be an image of these guys. I guess supposedly they're building the railroad. What do all of them have in their hand? A shovel. Not a tool belt. Not anything necessary to actually build a rail. First off, this is made out of wrought iron. Wrought iron. These rail lines, which are heavy as... You would need hundreds of miles of this if this is what you're laying. Where are they getting that from? How are you carrying that? On horse and buggy? How are you cutting this? How are you measuring that? How are you measuring this? Look at the symmetry of this. But you want to tell me these dudes is out there getting like a quarter a day and they're out there doing great railroad work? Give me a fucking break. The real secret? The Masonic rail barons. These quote-unquote rail barons were the ones responsible for digging up the Tartarian rail lines and making it seem as if they were building it. They ain't built shit. Let's find out who these individuals are. William Henry Vanderbilt, president of the New York Central Railroad. Most powerful tycoons in the U.S. railroad industry, right? On the left, Cyrus West, right? And who controlled the New York Elevated Railroad Company? On the right is Jay Gould, who controlled the Union Pacific Railroad. Union Pacific laying track through Weber Canyon, 1868. Okay, I want y'all to take a look. Take a look. Laying track? Do you see a stack of tracks or anything anywhere to be laid? Excavating, digging up the rail lines. That's why they all got shovels in their hand, no tool bolts, no nothing else. They just digging up the rail line. That's it. History's a lie. They ain't built no railroad. What are they doing right here? Come on, y'all. Come on. The rail lines are going to be under the mud. They're going to have to dig them up. Why were the roads under a layer of soil? And we know the truth always reveals itself because we are in the age of awakening. Another Tartarian structure they wanted to say they built in 1 year. Look at this building. Look at where the door is. That's where the door is. That's where the original ground was until they excavated this out. Look at all the structure down here. And another thing, look over here. What do you think that is? Yeah. That's the rail line. But when the mind is blind, the eyes can't see. Until now.
You've heard the theories. The old railroads were not laid, but they were dug up. Look at this big old pile of dirt. I can't help but notice all the pickaxes and shovels for digging. A pickaxe isn't a very useful hammer. Wait a minute, is this tunnel still half buried? Gotcha, where's that rail track going? Now I'm no scientist, but why is the dirt still flush and level with the railroad ties? Okay, looks like this one is in construction, but where is this railroad going? Into the dirt? Wait a minute, train cars full of dirt and a big old mound of dirt along the sides of the tracks? Reminds me of all these old world buildings that were dug out of the ground. entire cities under entire cities. You ever wonder why are there tops of windows on the ground? Yeah, tops of windows on the ground. It makes you wonder how tall these buildings really were. I watched a gentleman's video on this topic, and he said that the old westerns, it was always about constructing the railroad, as if they were programming it into the minds of the people. Oh, I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day. They just didn't tell you that working on the railroad was taking big old mounds of dirt and displacing it to reveal tracks beneath.
That shit just opened up.
Yeah, that bitch opened up.
Or some shit. That shit opened up.
Look, it's still open. Look.
Yo, what? Oh, fuck that. That shit moving.
It's coming. Look, there's something in the middle.
It's like a, but that shit like an eye.
What is that?
Bro, what the fuck is that, yo? That shit is like a fucking eye, bro.
Yo.
There's something in there. Look.
Yo, what the fuck is that, boy? Yo, look, you see the shit blinking? Yo, look at the shit blinking.
It's definitely some shit on top of it.
I'm at that's a UFO. Yeah, boy, that's a UFO.
Oh, it's multiple shit.
Fly, yo, look, it's some shit. Boy, Video. What the fuck? That shit's like... Dude, what is that? Go down. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Anybody get down? I got it. That just exploded when it hit the fucking